Yes, you did. Absolutely. Blake, what are you going to do? Tell us what the process is here and what's going to happen.
Well, I don't think it's any more time to super back. Interior yard and we use a seating system, so we are using a fraction of the water
Okay, so your job is today about 9 minutes, down almost 2 hours when you take maybe and look at this, because you're going to get right? Oh! So it's going to be looking a whole lot different. We're going to make things up to slower, the whole bit. So that's something we want to support today. Thanks, Tim, for volunteering your vehicle and being a big man to admit it. Thanks, Blake, for your group. You're going at it, guys. So we'll let you know. Yeah, back up to you guys. Yes.
Banter back and forth? I wasn't planning on banter. I had no idea. I had no idea it was personal. That's horrible. Go Pat. He will be fired. You guys do the reverse. There we go. I've been up there. Blake, I did the first event, the superhero photo shoot. So you guys are doing first pitch, right? Yeah. Yeah. Johnny Z. Johnny Z. Zupek. So Blake, you guys are back up. Johnny. Yes, right.
Check in. Hello. Okay. Just check in and make sure you're up and running. Radio?
Stay on your left, sorry. That way my cape doesn't get hit. I'll be facing this way, and if you're right there, the cape's going to totally get you in the face. I want you to be able to, I don't want us both to be able to blame the cape on that way. My excuse. Thank you.
Glad to see you.
Now it's a good sign.
Did you guys warm your arms up already or no?
I'm doing this. I'm in all spandex. You don't want me to get warmer. Okay.
Whoa, hey, there are children here. She's looking and going, why is Superman so weird looking, right? Who's your favorite superhero?
Ready, Chris?
Uh-oh, we're losing balloons.
Oh, no. Yeah. How you feeling, man? Jolly, how now? No, you're fine. Yeah, I'm actually. Mine's gonna be pretty loud. Oh yeah. If I'm gonna be trying to get out there in front of the level, pick up.
I'm trying to.
They have candy. Or a van that says free candy.
Yeah, you like it.
You know how they made a movie?
We all ready?
Kate makes it okay. Kate makes it okay.
Brett. Okay, I'm just checking. I'm so broke I can't even pay attention. I only have one. I
Wait, but not even I can save you from your like that. You're all right.
What's this?
Offspring of prostitution.
Come on, now you're gonna be repeating that one. Yeah. Exactly. All night long.
Ready to be a bill, huh? Yes, sir. Technically, she is. Okay, war game again?
All right, here's your starting lineup for Victoria HarbourCats. Brought to you tonight by Wilson Transportation. Leading off, playing center field, number 7, Reno Rankin. Batting second, playing second, number 21, Griffin Andrichuk. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 37, Kevin Collard. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, number 26, Ben Tallshot. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 20, Michael Brettler. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 14, Nick Meyer. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 5, Scott Jarvis. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 12, Torrin Goldstein. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 23, Chris Wagner. Starting pitcher tonight for your HarbourCats, number 27, Dominic Tabuzian. All right, fans, I am pleased to throw it down once again. Here's Jim Watson.
At least you didn't call me Myra, thank you. Tonight we're very glad to have two very special sponsors. We've kind of already met them already. To throw out the ceremonial first pitch for tonight's game, the HarbourCats and the Bellingham Bells. First of all, from Superheroes of Victoria, Mark Ashfield. Mark, Superman, you're late, let's go.
Come on, be fast.
Fly out, you're Superman, let's go.
Zach, no, you was great.
Parts of that suit are just too tight, Mark. And also from Superbath Mobile Car Wash, Blake Henwood. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. A couple of guys to catch for you. A couple of lefties. Here you go. Both of you are signed. Thank you very, very much. Thank you to Superheroes Victoria. Thank you to Superbath Mobile Car Wash for sponsoring tonight's game. Appreciate it, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for the singing.
Tom, wait.
Gentlemen, you're...
Figure it out,
Thank you.
Gotta get in line.
Nice job. Inside Royal Athletic Park in Victoria. Game 2 of a 3-game series featuring the Victoria HarbourCats and the Bellingham Bells. Last night the Bells hung on to defeat the HarbourCats 8-7 using 3 home runs in a 14-hit attack that ended a 9-game winning streak for the HarbourCats. The Bells now at 22-12 lead the Cats by 5 games in the West Division of the West Coast League. The HarbourCats are now 17-17, and in the wild card race, they trail Corvallis by 2 games and Yakima by 1. The All-Star game for the West Coast League will take place on Monday in Bellingham, and the lone HarbourCat representative, Dom Toposian, will be on the mound tonight for the home side as he tries to get the Cats going on a new winning streak. Also tonight, in the West Coast League, Corvallis will continue their series at Yakima. I'm Jay Longpre along with my silent partner, Kevin the intern. He'll be watching that game closely and giving you scores on the Sports Trader scoreboard. Also watching Cowlitz at Klamath Falls tonight. The Gems, with a win last night, snapped a 13-game losing streak in South Oregon. The hottest team in the league from start to finish thus far has been the Bend Elks. They are 28-6 and lead the South by 9 games. And they'll be playing in Walla Walla tonight. Kitsap is at Medford. Wenatchee is playing at Kelowna. Last night in the West Coast League, Corvallis winning 2-1. Bend was a winner 6-2 at Walla Walla. Medford handled Kitsap 13-1. Klamath Falls snapped that long losing streak, beating Cowlitz 9-6. Wenatchee was a winner in a slugfest at Kelowna 13-9. And that wild card division we speak of, there are 3 divisions. The division champions go through to the playoffs next month. The best second place record of the 3 divisions also move on to the postseason. So the HarbourCats find themselves in 2 playoff races. Starting lineups for tonight's game brought to you by Wilson Transportation, locally owned and operated since 1962 with over 90 vehicles to rent. Jeff James is the manager of Bellingham, and tonight he has Dustin Brashears leading off at shortstop. Aaron Struzma in center field batting second. Chris Beal bats third and plays first base. Chase Scott is the designated hitter tonight. He had 2 home runs last night for the Bells. Walker Olis also went deep last night. He bats fifth and plays right field. Pat McGrath bats sixth and plays third base tonight. Alex Galgano is in left field batting seventh, with Joey Harris catching batting eighth. Bo Branton moves to second base from shortstop to bat ninth. And Grant Schneider will be starting pitcher. It's Reno Rankin in center field for the HarbourCats leading off, then Griffin Andrechuk at second base. Kevin Collard is the DH batting third. Ben Polschuk in left field batting fourth. Michael Gretler at third base batting fifth. Nick Meyer, the catcher, hitting sixth. Scott Jarvis, the shortstop, will hit seventh. Torrin Goldstein batting eighth at first base. Chris Fogner batting ninth in right field. Scott Eckert is the home plate umpire. Chet Moss at first base, Scott Boutang at third base. Starting lineups brought to you by Wilson Transportation, the official carrier of the Victoria HarbourCats. And the first pitch of tonight's game at 6:40 is low, ball one. Dustin Brashears did not play last night. He's in at shortstop this evening. Right-hand batter. Toposian with the 1-0 pitch, and that is low again, ball two. Brashears batting .244, 2 home runs, 12 runs batted in. 2-0 pitch is in for a called strike. Brashears will be one of 6 Bellingham Bells playing in front of the home crowd on Monday in the West Coast League All-Star game representing the North Division. So a pair of All-Stars facing off here to start tonight's game. This is popped up into shallow right field. A long run for Fogner. He won't get there. It'll drop in for a base hit. And that's how this game starts. Aaron Struzma also was not in the lineup last evening. He's playing center field tonight for the Bells. Struzma batting .287 with 7 runs batted in. The 14-hit attack last night for Bellingham boosted their batting average to .241, which is still in the bottom third of the league. But their team ERA of 2.69 is #1 in the West Coast League. A big reason why. They are 10 games over 500 starting play tonight at Sports Traders Diamond, once again drenched in sunshine. Big crowd expected as Struzma takes inside for ball one. 2,211 last night as the HarbourCats continue to lead the West Coast League in attendance. Despite the fact that Struzma has not hit a home run. Ben Polschuk in left field showing him plenty of respect, playing deep. Reno Rankin in center field and Fogner in right playing average depth. It's a bunt attempt by Struzma and he is safe. First and second with nobody out for Bellingham. Struzma is second in the West Coast League in stolen bases and he showed his speed off there. Nice bunt up the third base side. 2 on for Chris Beal. Beal hitting .273. A newcomer to the Bellingham lineup. He's making just his 4th appearance. He will be a senior at Arizona State. 6'1", 200-pounder from Phoenix, Arizona has a chance to give the Bells an early lead. The pitch by Toposian is at the knees, strike one. Defensively tonight for the HarbourCats, Michael Gretler at third base, Scott Jarvis at shortstop, Griffin Andrechuk at the second baseman, Torrin Goldstein at first base, Ben Polschuk in left field, Reno Rankin in center field, Chris Fogner in right field with Nick Meyer doing the catching. Runners lead from first and second, nobody out in the top of the first. Good fastball in the inner part of the plate, and that's fouled back by Beal. Chris Beal was 2 for 4 last night in the Bells' 8-7 victory. Bellingham jumped out in front last evening 4-0. Late in the game they led 5-1 and 6-2. And HarbourCats had the tying and winning runs on base in the 9th before coming up just short as Beal takes outside for a ball. Just underway at Sports Traders Diamond inside Royal Athletic Park. Runners at first and second for Bellingham with nobody out. Chase Scott waiting on deck as Chris Beal awaits the 1-2 pitch from Dominic Toposian. Too high, ball two. Deposian is 3-3 with the HarbourCats, a 2.61 earned run average. Leads the Cats in innings pitched at 41 1/3. The pitch to Chris Beal, swing and a miss on the changeup. Deposian has his 30th strikeout of the season. That is also tops on the HarbourCats ball club. Runners at first and second with one out now, and Scott Chase will bat. Couple of home runs last night for Scott, batting just 180, but he leads the Bells in home runs with 6, RBI with 18. Infield at double play depth. The pitch, ground ball to Andrzejczyk at second, flips to Jarvis. The throw to first will complete the double play. So a couple of base hits, but 2 runners stranded in the top of the first. And that's why you're an all-star. You get out of trouble. HarbourCats coming up in the bottom of the first on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. Bellingham leave a couple of runners stranded in the top of the first. HarbourCats come up in the bottom of the first to face right-hander Grant Schneider. 6'3", 205 from Austin, Texas. 2-1 with the Bellingham Bells, 2.45 ERA. 23 strikeouts in 22 innings. But control can be an issue. He has walked 17. As Reno Rankin makes his first start since Monday when he went 0 for 3 in the leadoff spot at Medford. First pitch from Schneider of the evening, called strike one by Scott Eckert. Rankin batting 205, 2 RBI. He pinch ran last night and was the potential winning run. He was out at second base when Nick Meyer grounded into a fielder's choice to end the ball game. There's a line drive headed for the right field corner, but that will land foul. Rankin has 9 hits, 3 of them are doubles. Griffin Andrzejczyk on deck, and then Kevin Collard here in the bottom of the first, which is brought to you by Alex Burns and Associates. An investing made easy at VictoriaRealEstate.com. Rankin takes low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big gap in right center field for Rankin as the center fielder Struzma is shallow and over and towards left center field, and the left fielder Galgano is over towards the left field line. Check swing, and Eckert says he went around. That's a strikeout. Schneider's last start was July 8th against Cowlitz. No decision. He went 4 2/3, gave up 1 run on 2 hits. Walked 2 and struck out 3. Previous to that, on July 2nd, picked up a win against Yakima, going 5 2/3 of shutout baseball, allowing just 2 hits. And he had a season-high 6 strikeouts against Yakima Valley. Griffin Andrechuk steps in. Takes high, ball 1. The third baseman is Pat McGrath. Dustin Brashear is the shortstop. Bo Branton at second base. Chris Beal at first base. Alex Galgano in left field. Aaron Struzma is the center fielder. Walker Olis in right field, with Joey Harris doing the catching tonight for the Bells. 2 balls, no strikes on Griffin Andrechuk. 8 for 17 in his last 6 appearances for the HarborCats. He was the DH last night in the 8-7 loss. Griffin was on base 3 times last night. Got hit by a pitch, walked, and was 1 for 3 officially with 1 single. He scored 3 times. 2 balls and 1 strike on the native of Nanaimo. He'll be looking forward to playing in the exhibition game that the HarborCats will play on Sunday at Roxman Stadium. A rare chance to play at home for Griffin, who takes high for a ball. 3-1 on Andrechuk with Collard waiting on deck. No score, bottom of the first. The pitch from Grant Schneider. Very high, ball 4. Just 4 hits allowed by Schneider in his previous 11 innings of work, but that's the 6th walk. Just a youngster, 6'3", 205. He will be a sophomore at Arizona State in the fall. Made just 3 appearances for the Sun Devils this spring. Pitched just 3 innings as a freshman. The pitch to Kevin Collard is on the outside corner for a strike. Collard batting .294, club leading 4 homers and a team high 20 RBI. Collard had a couple of hits last night. That pitch is too far off the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Andrechuk at first base with 1 out in the bottom of the first with no score. Kevin Collard will attend the University of San Diego in the fall. He's from Vista, California. Throw to first, and lunging back is Andrechuk. He's 4 for 4 in stolen base attempts. HarborCats have stolen 56 times in 79 attempts so far this season. Game 35 for both clubs. There's a snap throw to first. Andrechuk was about a half a step off the bag. The first of 6 in a row between these 2 clubs in West Coast League play, with the All-Star game in between. Collard takes strike 2. Tomorrow's game starts at 1:05 here at Sports Traders Diamond. HarborCats will go to Nanaimo on Sunday. The All-Star game is Monday in Bellingham, and then the Cats and the Bells will play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at historic Joe Martin Stadium in Bellingham. Collard takes high and away. Ball 2. 2-2 with 1 out and 1 on. No score in the bottom of the first. Schneider's pitch outside again. And a full count. We'll see if Andrechuk is on the move. Although sometimes when a pitcher is struggling with his control, you just leave your base runners be and take the walk. Schneider thought Andrechuk might be going, so he tosses over to first. Ben Polschuk will be next for the HarborCats, unless the Bells can turn a double play to end the inning, just like the HarborCats did to them in the top of the first. Andrewchuk is running. The pitch is high. Back-to-back walks in the first inning for the HarborCats. Ben Polschuk is batting .256 with a home run and 6 runs batted in.
Ben Polschuk.
He came off the bench last night with a pinch hit single and then a walk. That earns himself a start here this evening. Bellingham and runners at first and second with 1 out did not score. HarborCats with their opportunity here in the bottom of the first. Andrewchuk at second, Collard at first. Schneider with the pitch. Foul straight back. The 1 home run and 6 RBI for Polschuk, all coming in the last week of play. There's a snap throw to first. Collard was way off the bag, but the throw is in foul territory. So Kevin Collard is able to scramble back. Joey Harris showing off his throwing arm here in the first inning, trying to steal an out for his young pitcher. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 men on and 1 man out in the bottom of the first with no score. Breaking ball sneaks through Harris. The runners will advance on the wild pitch by Schneider. The pitching has been good for Bellingham all year, but that's 8 wild pitches in their last 5 games. Infield will stay back in the bottom of the first. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Easy RBI opportunity here for Polschuk. Pop foul out of play. This will leave the stadium. Nestled in the North Park neighborhood. Sun is ducked behind the cloud. Virtually no wind tonight. Another nice night for a ball game here in the capital city. Polschuk with a line drive right at the third baseman. McGrath with a grab. He went towards the bag. Andrewchuk was going to get back easy. The guy that was in trouble was Collard. But McGrath didn't look towards second. So unlucky for Polschuk. He hit it hard, but right at the third baseman. And now there's 2 men out for Michael Gretler. HarborCats third baseman is batting .222 with 1 home, 8 runs batted in. The pitch by Schneider. Strike 1. It was all or nothing for Gretler last night. He was aboard a couple of times with an RBI single and a walk, but he also struck out 3 times. He bats with 2 out in the bottom of the first. Runners at second and third. Fastball in tight. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners lead from second and third. A 1-1 pitch. Changeup and a beauty. Gretler way out in front. It was off-speed pitches last night that gave Michael Gretler fits. So you know that Schneider was paying attention to that, as was Joey Harris, as they watched last night's game from the third base dugout. Andrewchuk at third, Collard at second with 2 men out. The 1-2 pitch from Schneider. Gretler will live to see another pitch. The catcher Nick Meyer is waiting on deck, hoping to get a chance here in the first inning. Both these teams are good front runners. Big difference for the HarborCats if they score first. They are 13-4 if they do, and 4 and 13 if they don't score first. Pitch in the dirt. 2-2 on Gretler. Struzma again shallow in center field. Also shallow in right field is Olis. Grant Schneider with the 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss on the changeup again. So both teams ran 2 runners in the first inning. No scores. We head to the second on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. The second inning of tonight's game at Sports Traders Diamond is brought to you by the Alzheimer's Society of BC, a gift to honor a life and all its memories. More information available at www.alzheimerbc.org. And this was made possible by Lisco Irrigation and Landscaping. Bellingham nothing, Victoria nothing. Walker Olis leads off and takes strike one from Dominic Deposian. Walker Olis with a home run last night. A drive to right center field. This one is lifted to left, but Polchuk was playing deep and on the warning track. He will make the catch. HarborCats do their homework on Olis, and they had Polchuk playing in a spot where basically Walker Olis had hit it out of the ballpark to get it over Polchuk's head. So 1 out in the second inning. Pat McGrath will be the batter. McGrath hitting .210, 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Hits it hard towards the shortstop. Jarvis fields. And there's 2 out. Alex Galgano came in last night and caught the second half of the ball game for the Bells. Tonight he is playing left field. Batting .217 with 6 runs batted in. Seattle native, attends Bellevue Community College. He takes strike one from Deposian. Dominic from Clovis, California, attends Fresno State University. Ooh, that one went all the way through and hit the umpire, Scott Eckert. And Nick Meyer will go out and talk to Deposian. Usually when that happens, the catcher was expecting a breaking ball. And so when the fastball came in, Meyer was set up down and away and had no chance to get his glove up. And Eckert wore that. So Meyer and Deposian have a little chat. 1 ball, 1 strike, no score. Top of the second inning with Galgano batting with the bases empty and 2 men out. Galgano was hit by a pitch last night. Took it in the back of the helmet, and he popped to second. Fastball is high, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Deposian's FSU teammate Torrin Goldstein is at first base tonight, with Andrzejczyk at second, Jarvis at short, and Gretler at third. This ball is hit to Faulkner in right field. He will make the catch to end the inning. Reno Rankin, the center fielder, and Ben Polschuk, the left fielder, will jog on in with the rest of them after a 3-up, 3-down second. Nick Meyer will lead off the bottom of the second inning with no score on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. Jarvis and Torrin Goldstein for the HarborCats in the bottom of the second inning against Grant Schneider with no score in the ball game. Meyer was 2 for 4 last night. Had a double, his first extra base hit in the West Coast League, and scored the HarborCats' first run. Unfortunately, they were down 4-0 at the time. HarborCats catcher takes low for a ball. Meyer hitting .208 with 5 runs batted in. There's a high fly ball to left field, not deep. And the left fielder into foul ground, and he overran it. That's Galgano. Played catcher last night and looked like a guy who hasn't played a lot of outfield there. You could tell he was running flat-footed, and that ball was bouncing all over the place. So a second life for Meyer. That leads us nicely into who's hot and who's not. Brought to you by Freedom 55. Freedom today, freedom tomorrow. Advice that works for you. We'll leave Alex Galgano out of that for now, although he is 0 for 10 at the plate and 0 for 1 in the field. So that kind of leads you into the not. The pitch by Schneider. Nice breaking ball. 1-2 on Meyer. Corvallis Knights are hot. They have won 9 in a row and have allowed only 14 runs during that 9-game winning streak. Klamath Falls Gems. Hard to be 1-13 but be considered hot. But when you've just snapped a 13-game winning streak, way to go, Gems, as they were winners last night at home against Cowlitz, 9-6. Their previous win was back on June 27th. And that was also the last day that Dominic Deposian pitched here at home in front of the HarborCat faithful. That was a tough luck loss for Deposian that night. Gave up 1 run in 8 innings, did not walk a batter. He struck out 9. But he lost to Wenatchee 1-0. Here's a little tapper charged by Branton at second, and Myers retired. One out for the hot hitting Scott Jarvis. Speaking of hot.
Number 5, Scott Jarvis.
Jarvis 7 for his last 18. And overall, batting .347 now with 6 runs batted in. Jarvis with 17 hits. A couple of doubles, looking for his first home run. Schneider's pitch is fouled out of play. No score, bottom of the second. Billy Frederick of Medford was hot last night in the Rogues' 13-1 victory over Kitsap. Frederick drove in 6 runs for Medford. Schneider's breaking ball, and that's fouled at the plate. 2 strikes on Jarvis. He was 3 out of 4 last night in the 8-7 loss to Bellingham. And as far as Freedom 55 not hot, my silent partner Kevin the intern will concur. What's up with Major League Baseball having a 4-day All-Star break? Whatever happened to 3? A whole day yesterday with nothing to report on. But all 30 teams are in action tonight in Major League Baseball, so Kevin the intern will earn that hot dog tonight. Full slate of West Coast League games to report on as well. Jarvis with a little blooper coming over is Beal, and he will make the catch. 2 men out in the second inning with no score, and Torrin Goldstein coming up. A couple of Bellingham Bells not in the lineup tonight because they've been struggling of late. Lou Delafera was 1 for 6 last night, and that broke at a 0 for 11 stretch. And Jesse Kiewit, the second baseman, sitting down tonight because he is 2 for his last 14. The pitch is high to Goldstein. Kitsap in the month of July, just 2-12. And tough to be a pitcher on Kitsap. The offense has been held to less than 3 runs 12 times in 14 games, and they have been shut out 4 times. In the month of July, Kitsap has played 14 games and only scored 22 runs. That is not hot. Brought to you by Freedom 55. Outside to Goldstein. No score, bottom of the second. The pitch to Goldstein. There's a strike. Goldstein batting .163. He does have a home run and 4 runs batted in. He takes high. So a 2-out walk to the number 8 hitter. We'll let Chris Faulkner come up. He's been ambushing people from that number 9 spot here in the West Coast League. Faulkner now at .297 with 9 runs batted in. Only Austin Gabor and Kevin Collard have more hits in the HarbourCat lineup this season than Chris Faulkner. Two outs, runner at first. Schneider's pitch spanked right back through the middle and into center field. Another base hit. Goldstein's going to try for third, and he will get there standing up. HarbourCats on the corners with 2 men out, and the top of the order coming up.
Now batting center fielder number 7.
That's 10 hits for Faulkner in his last 23 at bats. Reno Rankin struck out in the first inning against Schneider. Rankin will be a sophomore at LA Mission Junior College. The pitch, and that hits Rankin. Right down at his feet, couldn't get out of the way. So now the bases will be loaded. HarbourCats had runners at second and third in the first inning. And now they're loaded up for Griffin Andrechuk. Andrechuk was that HarbourCat stranded at third base in the first inning after he walked. One of the hotter hitters in the Cats lineup, 8 for his last 17. The pitch from Grant Schneider. Low for a ball. Torrin Goldstein at third. Chris Faulkner at second. Reno Rankin, the runner, at first. And Jim Clem will pay a visit to his youngster who attends Arizona State University. He loves the baseball program there. They have a lot of history at ASU. Big names like Barry Bonds, Dustin Pedroia, and going back, Reggie Jackson, just to name a few grads of Arizona State who played in the majors. But a big reason why Schneider chose Arizona State is he had his choice of schools coming out of Austin, Texas. But he's a pretty smart cookie. He wants to be an engineer. And Arizona State has an excellent engineering program. So that's his major. Not too often a sophomore is fully decided upon which route he's going to take scholastically, but Schneider knew right out of high school what he wanted to do. Right now, though, he's a baseball player who's trying to get himself out of a jam. Bases loaded with 2 men out. 1 ball, no strikes on Andrechuk. And that's lined right back through the middle. HarbourCats will score first. Goldstein comes in. Right behind him is Faulkner. A throw to third base. Rankin slides and he's safe. 2-0 for the HarbourCats. Griffin Andrechuk drives in a pair. Now 9 RBI for Andrechuk. HarbourCats 13-4 this season when they score first. And they had their all-star on the mound in Dominic Toposian. So unlike last night when over 2,200 were here and had virtually nothing to cheer about until about the 8th inning, it's raucous early tonight at Sports Traders Diamond. Kevin Collard takes low for ball 1. Schneider had thrown 22 innings for Bellingham in the spring, just 3 innings at Arizona State. By comparison, Toposian has thrown 41 innings coming into this game in the West Coast League alone. So Schneider trying to figure it out. Just a youngster, already 6'3", 205. Runners at first and third with 2 men out. He retired the first 2 men of the inning easily, but then a walk to Goldstein, a base hit for Faulkner, then he hit Rankin, and Andrechuk chased home 2 with a base hit back through the middle. There's a snap throw to third, and Rankin got back. The only player picked off there was the third baseman, McGrath. All of a sudden, Schneider having trouble after the walk and a hit batter when he has thrown a strike. Both Faulkner and Andrechuk did a good job of going right back through the middle, not doing too much with it. And now a 4-pitch walk to Collard. 2-0 HarbourCats in the bottom of the second. Ben Polschuk will come to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 men out. Polschuk has probably hit the ball the hardest thus far in the ball game, but it was a line drive right at the third baseman, McGrath. The pitch by Schneider. Breaking ball is in and over, strike 1. Polschuk with 6 RBI in his last 5 games. A chance to add to his total here with 2 outs in the second. A HarbourCat at every base. Low and away for a ball. Big hole in left center field. As Struzma is a couple of steps over into right center, and the center fielder is not playing deep. Of course, he's been shallow for everybody. He trusts his speed to get back in the ball, but if Polschuk hits one into the gap, there's nothing Struesman will be able to do about it. This will be lined softly to third. So Polschuk is twice lined out to McGrath. HarboCats leave 3, but they score 2 on the 2-out single by Griffin Andrewchuk. 2-0 for the HarboCats as we move to the 3rd inning on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. Bottom of the order in the top of the 3rd for Bellingham against Dominic Toposian. The catcher Joey Harris leads off and slices one foul. Number 9 hitter Bo Branton is on deck. Then back to the top of the list and Dustin Brashears. 2-0 for the HarboCats. 1 ball, 1 strike on Harris, who hails from Sacramento, California. Hit .250 as a junior at Gonzaga in Spokane. That's bounced foul. 0-2 on the Bell's catcher. Galgano and Larson did the catching last night for Bellingham. Jeff Harris is their manager. Seattle native. And as we told you last night, but if you're just joining us, his father, actually his grandfather, let's say his father was famous in their household, but his grandfather was famous in the world of collegiate football at the University of Washington, Don James. Toposian's pitch, and just off the outside corner. 2-2 on Harris. Swing and a miss. Toposian pulled the string on Harris. Second strikeout for Dominic. Whose favorite pitcher growing up is Tim Lincecum. Well, perhaps not growing up. Lincecum's not that old, but as a high school player, Toposian looked up to Lincecum, 2-time Cy Young Award winner for the San Francisco Giants, who, like Toposian, is not the biggest guy. Dominic barely 6 feet tall. There's a hot shot, and that eats up Scott Jarvis at short. That'll be a base hit for Branton. Do or die play for Jarvis. Even if he got that on the backhand, he would have had to right himself and then get something on the throw, and Branton runs well. A 1-out single for the number 9 hitter in the Bells lineup. Their second hit of the ball game. Check that third hit of the ball game. The first 2 men reached as Brashear Looped one into right field for a base hit. He bats now. There's a strike from Deposian. Interesting household in Clovis, California, not far from Fresno, as Dominic has 4 brothers and a sister. The pitch inside for a ball. Deposian was a national champion in high school at Buchanan High School in Clovis, and as a junior was 11-0 with an ERA of 1.02. His Fresno State teammate Torrin Goldstein holding the runner on at first and receives the throw, but Branton gets back underneath the tag. Top of the third, 2-0 for the HarbourCats. The third inning brought to you by Sports Traders, carrying everything from yoga mats and athletic wear for the whole family to inline skates. Go see them at 608 Discovery Street. 1-1 pitch, loop towards the middle. Jarvis will step on the bag as he fields it and complete the double play. Second twin killing of the night for the HarbourCats. 1 hit, nobody left. Michael Gretler will lead off the bottom of the third with the Cats leading the Bells 2-0 on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. For the HarbourCats as we move to the bottom of the third. Grant Schneider ready to work against Michael Gretler. Strike 1 on the outside edge as Scott Eckhart calling balls and strikes tonight. Steve Boutang at third base. Chet Moss over at first. One strike pitch is high to Gretler, who struck out his first time. Scouting report on Schneider says he's consistently 87 to 89 miles an hour with his fastball, but can touch in the low 90s as Gretler sneaks one inside the bag at third. Galgano fields, and after a wide turn, Gretler will be satisfied with a leadoff single in the third inning. Hit totals are even at 3 apiece, but it's the HarbourCats who lead 2-0 as Nick Meyer, who grounded to second his first time, will stand in. The pitch by Schneider in tight for a ball. West Coast League leaders are brought to you by Alex Burns and Associates. Island investing made easy at victoriarealestate.com. New batting leader at the moment, Justin Flores of Kelowna, now at .396. Dan Mayer of Medford continues to lead in home runs with 8. Tyler Davis of Bend still tops in RBI with 39. Patrick McGuff of Bend, now with 6 wins, one more than Hunter Wells, who took a loss last night for Wenatchee. He's at 5. And McGuff of the Bend Elks now leading in strikeouts with 45. There's a bunt attempt that will leave the stadium. A foul ball off the bat of Meyer. And a new ERA leader, as Jace Bannister of Kelowna had a rough night against Wenatchee. Added a full run to his ERA, so now it's John Oltma of Kitsap with a 1.32 earned run average that leads the West Coast League. Breaking ball is outside from Schneider. 2 balls and a strike on Nick Meyer with Scott Jarvis on deck. The league leaders were brought to you by Alex Burns and Associates. Island investing made easy at victoriarealestate.com. Runner goes, and the pitch popped up by Meyer. Chris Beal racing in foul territory, but the first baseman will not get there. HarborCats play hit and run. Two balls and 2 strikes on Meyer. Super start to this ball game with the HarborCats leading 2-0. It is superhero night. Lots of folks in costumes. A dirty car is being given the superhero super bath treatment right now by Super Bath Mobile Car Wash. And 250 kids received comic books tonight from Curious Comics. Meyer taps one foul. Dan Salmon, the PA announcer here in the ballpark, is the largest flash I've ever seen. And it's always very warm in the press box here at Sports Traders Diamond, so I'm sure he's enjoying that this evening. But he came prepared. That's off the glove of Harris. Gretler will advance to second. That'll be a pass ball on the Bellingham catcher. Runner at second, nobody out. Meyer's job now is to, at the very least, get Gretler to third base. If he can't come up with a base hit to drive him in, he's hit a fly ball deep enough or get a ground ball to the left of the shortstop or over to the right side of the infield so that Gretler can get to third. Meyer definitely takes his time at the plate. He had one of the longest at-bats in baseball history last night before he ended the game by grounding out, as the game of cat and mouse over who was going to call time the most was going on between he and the Bellingham pitcher and catcher. This is grounded to third. Backhanded by McGrath. The long throw is scooped up nicely by Beal. And Gretler has to stay at second base.
Number 5, Scott Jarvis.
Scott Jarvis fouled out to the first baseman Beal in the second inning. 2-0 HarborCats as we play in the bottom of the third. Afternoon game tomorrow with refillable water bottles by Wilson Transportation available to you as you come into the ballpark, and team posters made possible by Metropole. That's a 1:05 game tomorrow afternoon. Log on to HarborCats.com/tickets and get your tickets online for tomorrow's game. Jarvis takes a strike. HarborCats won't play again here at Sports Traders Diamond until the 24th. The Walla Walla Suites will be here on the 24th, 25th, and 26th. The pitch from Schneider. Pop foul out of play. That will be a 6-game homestand as the Cowlitz Black Bears will come in after Walla Walla. HarborCats now 8-8 here at home. So after tonight, 10 more home games. So make your plans to come see us. Excellent college level baseball here at Sports Traders Diamond inside Royal Athletic Park. 2-strike pitch to Jarvis. Line to left. Galgano is playing deep. That'll drop in front of him. And they hold Gretler. The throw goes all the way back behind home plate. That allows Jarvis to go to second base. Runners at second and third as Alec Odome elected to hold up Gretler. Of course, the third base coach doesn't know what kind of a throw you're going to get. But considering how deep Galgano was playing, I think some fans expected the way, but also that's a catcher out there playing in left field. But so the arm is not your typical left fielder arm. Second and third for Torrin Goldstein. 2-0 HarborCats. 1 man out. Fastball away, ball 1. Goldstein walked his first time up. Calls Irvine, California home. Gretler at third, Jarvis at second. Bells keep the infield back with the exception of the third baseman, McGrath. The pitch from Schneider is low for a ball. Schneider last pitched on the 8th and went 4 2/3 against Cowlitz. 1 run on 2 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 3. Goldstein shows bunt but takes the pitch high. The runner from third was not coming, so that would have been a safety squeeze. So the batter puts the ball down and the third base runner then reads whether or not he thinks he can score. A suicide squeeze is when the runner breaks as the pitcher starts to throw and then the batter has to put the ball down to protect him. The pitch, strike on the outside corner. 3-1. Runners at second and third with 1 man out. HarborCats leading Bellingham 2-0 in the bottom of the third. The pitch high inside. Goldstein has walked for the second time tonight. Bases loaded for the third time tonight. And manager Jeff James comes out, and there will be a pitching change here. So last night it was the HarborCats that had to go to the bullpen after 2 1/3. Tonight it's the Bells who will use up their bullpen early. As the sophomore heading to Arizona State will now head to the third base dugout. Grant Schneider is done for tonight. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on Shot TV and HarborCats.com.
Great to have you here, Dennis. Thank you. Great fun to be here tonight. How are things going with the league? Tell me how things are going around the West Coast. Well, we got 3 great services. All is doing well too. They're having a great year. You like coming up here, don't you? You got to be here a little bit in December. A little better weather now. I know you're happy to be here. The All-Star game's in Bellingham on Monday. Tell us about how that's going. That's going really well. And when you think about Victoria and the sunshine and the getting on the ferry and everything today, what stories do you take back to those sorts of the court? We're glad to be here, Dennis. Appreciate it very much. Now, because we're cheap as anything, I have a present for you. It's a program. You get a lucky souvenir program. Because we are cheap here, man. I'm telling you right now. Pigs and pennies right here. Thanks, Dennis. Thanks for being here. Everybody say hi to Dennis when you see him walking around, please.
Right-handed George Higa from Honolulu, Hawaii, and George Fox University in the Seattle area inherits a bases loaded 1-out situation, and Chris Faulkner swings and misses. Higa 5'10", 170. He will be a sophomore at George Fox. And right now he's trying to get out of this jam. His team trails the HarborCats 2-0. Faulkner takes low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Michael Gretler at third. Scott Jarvis at second. Torrin Goldstein, the runner, at first. The pitch, strike on the outside edge. A ball and 2 strikes on Faulkner, who singled in the second inning and scored on the base hit by Griffin Anderchuk. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Harris. Bell's infield at double play depth. Interesting choice to bring in Higa with the bases loaded. At George Fox this spring, he walked 14 batters in 15 innings. Faulkner swings and misses. 2 men out now. Reno Rankin will come up. That was actually 14 walks and 8 innings of work for Higa. But he did strike out 12 for George Fox. And he strikes out Faulkner. Now it's Rankin, who has struck out and been hit by a pitch. Ball 1 low. Gretler singled leading off the inning. With 1 out, Jarvis singled, and then Goldstein drew a walk. They are still on base, and the pitch is inside to Rankin. Reno is from West Hill, California. 2 men out, bases loaded. Swing and a miss. Went after a high fastball. This would be quite a boost to the Bells if they can get out of this jam. HarborCats have had men on base in every inning. They left runners at second and third in the first. Did score 2 runs in the second, but left the bases loaded. And have the bases loaded again here in the third. Rankin rolls up the first baseline. That will stay fair. Beal will have to hustle, but he gets there ahead of Rankin, and the Cats do leave the bases loaded. After 3, it's 2-0 for the HarborCats on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. Sports Drinkers dominant this beautiful Friday night. The HarbourCats 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, but they have left 7 runners on base. Bellingham, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They have left 1 man on base. Aaron Struesma will lead off for the Bells against Dominic Dupuzian. They will be teammates on Monday for the North Division in the West Coast League All-Star game. Breaking ball is too high. Struesma singled his first time up. Came in batting .287. 6'3", 205-pound center fielder. Swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. From Mount Vernon, Washington. Attends Liberty University. Hit .225 as a junior. 18 runs batted in. He takes a strike. Chris Beal on deck, then Chase Scott for the Bells, who won last night 8-7. They lead the West Division at 22-12, 5 games ahead of the HarbourCats. Breaking ball in the dirt. From the Bells' point of view, this stretch of 6 in a row against Victoria could pretty much seal the division title for themselves. That's the way they'll be thinking. Started with a 4-game lead. You win that series, say 4 games to 2. All of a sudden you're up by 6. And you play the HarbourCats 3 more times in your home park near the end of the year. So they've come here on a mission. Cats with their all-star pitcher on the mound looking to even the series tonight. They lead 2-0 in the 4th. 3-2 the count on Struesma. Low and inside, a leadoff walk for Aaron Struesma. He's been aboard twice. 2nd in the West Coast League with 19 stolen bases. He has been thrown out 7 times. So we'll see if Jeff James puts his running game into motion here in the 4th. The 4th inning is brought to you by Wilson Transportation, with over 90 vehicles to rent, the official carrier of the HarbourCats. Beal struck out in the 1st inning. First pitch is a strike from Dupuzian. Dupuzian made 14 appearances this spring for Fresno State, and in 21 innings walked 11 and struck out 12. His ERA was 5.66, but he has been outstanding for the HarbourCats with an ERA of 2.61. Starting play tonight, and control is his thing. Just 6 walks coming into this game in 41 and a 3rd innings. That walk to Struesma, his first of this game. Snap throw to first, and Struesma back on his hands and knees. The 4th inning scoreboard is brought to you by Sports Traders. Dive into summer with savings on a wide selection of new and used golf equipment. Yakima has a 1-0 lead over Corvallis in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch is popped up. Scott Jarvis, the shortstop, will nestle under this. 1 out. Chase Scott, the batter, bounced into a double play to end the 1st inning. Also tonight on the West Coast League scoreboard, brought to you by Sports Traders. Kelowna have a 5-0 lead over Wenatchee in the bottom of the 4th. Medford ahead of Kitsap after 5 innings, 1-0. Cowlicks leading Klamath Falls 8-4 in the bottom of the 3rd. No score in Walla Walla, the Bend Elks and the Sweets after 2 innings of play. The pitch hits Beal, or sorry, Chase Scott took that fastball in the shoulder. Runners at first and second with one out. Walker Olis, the batter. He fly deep to left his first time.
Now batting the right fielder, number 30, Walker Olis.
The Bells are 2-2 in their last 4 games. They had 14 hits last night after registering only 14 hits total in their previous 3 games. But Olis has been one of the Bells has been consistent. 6 for his last 12. Hit a home run here last night. And he went to right center field to do it on a line. This one is popped up. Fogner in, Andreychuk out. Fogner makes the call and the catch. Runners at first and second with 2 men out. Bells had 2 on with nobody out in the top of the first, but Deposian got a strikeout and a double play ball. They used a double play to get out of the second inning as well. Now Pat McGrath will bat. He hit the ball hard his first time, but it was handled by the shortstop Scott Jarvis. 2-0 HarbourCats at the top of the 4th. The pitch, a strike. McGrath at the University of Pacific this spring as a junior hit .307. A throw attempt, but held onto by Deposian as he had Andreychuk covering the bag. Struzma is the runner at second. Scott is the runner at first. 2 men out. 1 strike pitch will wait as Deposian steps off. McGrath, 6'3", 199 pounds, takes low for a ball. From Woodinville, Washington, a suburb of Seattle. McGrath 1 for his last 9. And another move towards second. All of a sudden, Deposian doesn't want to throw the ball to the plate. He was in a good rhythm. He's throwing well. Not sure why all of a sudden with 2 outs there's so much worry about Struzma at second base. That puts your infielders on their heels. There's a good pitch at the knees for a strike. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 men out and 2 men on for the Bells in the top of the 4th. They're trailing 2-0. We're taking your live tweets as always at #HarborCats. Let us know where you are on this Friday night. Runner goes, pitch in the dirt. Meyer does well to pick it, but he can't throw it. So a stolen base for Struzma. And a gift steal for Chase Scott. That's number 20 on the year for Struzma. He's at third base. Scott is at second with his 6th stolen base of the year. 2-2 the count with 2 on and 2 out. The pitch to McGrath. Outside for a ball. Umpires in the stands wanted strike 3. Deposian took about a half a step towards the first base dugout. But now the count's 3-2. First base is open. Alan Scalgano's a struggling hitter is on deck. No need to give in here. The pitch is bounced straight back to Deposian. He'll knock it down and then underhand to Goldstein to end the inning. The Bells threaten but can't score. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 for the HarborCats on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com.
What's your favorite thing? You're going to do that again today, okay? Okay, we're going to get your husband to see you'll get involved too, but I think he's already wearing Paris. Okay, I want you to do something on the spot. Give our guys a pep talk right now. Get them going here. Get our guys moving here, okay? Grandma Dynamite's pep talk. Go ahead.
Andrewchuk, Kevin Collard, and Ben Polschuk in the bottom of the fourth against second pitcher of the night for the Bells, Nate Higa, and the pitch outside to Andrewchuk, who has the 2 RBI tonight for the Cats as he banged one back through the middle in the second inning with 2 men out and the bases loaded. Andrewchuk walked his first time. The pitch from the Hawaiian is low for a ball. 2-0 on Andrewchuk. 2-0 for the HarborCats in the bottom of the fourth inning. There's a fly ball to left field. This is headed towards the foul pole, and it is foul. Two balls and a strike as Andrewchuk makes the walk back to the plate. Major League Baseball did resume today after a 4-day All-Star break. Blue Jays defeated Tampa Bay 6-2. The Royals and the White Sox playing a day-night doubleheader. Kansas City won this afternoon 4-2. And the White Sox are leading Game 2 7-0 in the 7th inning. Andrewchuk takes outside for a ball. It's 3-1. Nationals lead the Dodgers in the 6th, 3-2. Phillies beat the Marlins 6-3. Cardinals lead the Mets 3-1. That game is in the bottom of the 8th in St. Louis. Andrewchuk with a fly ball to left field. Galgano has room. He's going to be called off by the center fielder Struzma, who comes all the way over to make the catch. There's a catcher out there in left field who already misjudged one. And obviously they decided, if you can come over and catch it, go right ahead. I will not be offended. So Struzma came all the way over and made that catch for the first out of the 4th inning. 2-0 HarborCats. Kevin Collard, the batter. Yankees beat the Mariners today in New York 4-3. Tigers over the Orioles 7-3. Reds in the 8th inning leading the Indians 5-1. Collard takes ball 1. They're in the 3rd inning in Anaheim. Angels and Red Sox no score. Cubs and Braves are tied 2-2 in the 8th inning in Atlanta. Also in the 8th inning in Milwaukee, the Brewers lead Pittsburgh 4-1. Bottom of the 3rd in Oakland, the Twins have a 1-0 lead on the Athletics. That pitch low, apparently. The dugout for Bellingham wants an explanation. There's a strike. 2-1 on Kevin Collard, who has walked twice tonight. Must have been some hot weather back east as the game in Washington was delayed twice with the Dodgers and the Nationals. Twice by power outages. The pitch is low for a ball. Don't. 3-1 on Kevin Collard. Ben Polschuk is on deck. And that's low. So 3 walks tonight for Collard. Had 5 walks for the season coming in, and he had struck out 20 times. And one last score from the big leagues. The Astros leading the Rangers 3-2. Top of the 8th inning. And Arizona leading the Giants 3-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. All 30 teams in action tonight, keeping my silent partner Kevin the intern hopping, as well as following the West Coast League tonight. The scoreboard brought to you by Sports Traders. Go see them at 608 Discovery Street and dive into summer savings. Ball 1 to Polschuk. Here at beautiful Sports Traders Diamond inside Royal Athletic Park, it's 2-0 for the HarborCats in the bottom of the 4th. Same 2 teams tomorrow afternoon. Make note of that. It's 1:05 on a Saturday afternoon. Weather will be good. Baseball will be great. Then the HarborCats will be at Soroxman Stadium in the Nanaimo on Sunday afternoon for an exhibition game. So if you're in the Mid-Island area, drop by Soroxman Stadium. There's a drive to left by Polschuk. Up, and off the scoreboard. Home run. And Polschuk will touch them all. HarborCats now lead 4-0. Second home run for Polschuk. 8 RBI, and he's done it all in the last week. HarborCats double their lead with 1 swing. And 20th home run of the season for the HarborCats. Michael Gretler, the batter against Higa. Breaking ball is a strike. There's a drive to left field. Galgano, however, will move over and make the catch. So Gretler is 1 for 3 on the night. Nick Meyer will come up. He's grounded out twice. Once to second and once to third.
Now batting, the catcher, number 14, Nick Meyer.
Higa's pitch is a strike on the outside corner. The 4th inning tonight being brought to you by Wilson Transportation with over 90 vehicles to rent, the official carrier of the HarborCats. They'll be headed to Bellingham to play the Bells Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then back home on Friday, July 24th against Walla Walla. Log on to HarborCats.com/tickets and see how easy it is to get your tickets in advance online. 2 strikes now on Meyer. Swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. Harris will throw to complete the strikeout that ends the inning. But the 2-run home run from Ben Polschuk puts the HarborCats in front 4-0 on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. fifth inning of tonight's game is brought to you by Freedom 55. Freedom now, freedom tomorrow. Advice that works for you. 4-0 HarbourCats lead after 4 innings, and Dominic Deposian faces Alex Galgano. This is looped down the line and right. It'll drop fair. Galgano racing towards second as Faulkner picks the ball up, and Galgano is going to try for third. The relay from Jarvis. The tag at third base. Safe is the call from Steve Boutang. Gutsy move by the Bells, down by 4. It's a triple for Galgano. Normally down by 4, you play it safe when you have your leadoff man in scoring position with a double, but the Bells get their triple. Just the 4th they've hit as a team. And Galgano snaps an 0 for 11 stretch at the plate. And this little looper into left field is going to drop for a hit. The Bells are on the board. Joey Harris on RBI flare. 4-1 now, HarbourCats lead.
Now that is the second baseman, number 5.
7th RBI of the year for Harris. Bo Branton bats now with 1 on, nobody out. Bells trying to get off the deck just like the HarbourCats did last night when Victoria was down 4-0 at this stage of the ball game. And 5-1 and 6-2, and pushed the Bells right to the brink, but then fell 1 hit shy and lost the game 8-7. So it's Bellingham's turn. See if they can't make a comeback. Strike 1 pitch on the way to Branton. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bo Branton singled his first time. Played shortstop last night. Now playing second base this evening. Came in batting 186. Playing just his 9th game for the Bells. He's from Honolulu, Hawaii, and will be a sophomore at Stanford. Hit 220 as a freshman for Stanford. Dominic Deposian with the pitch. And that's inside and off the glove of Meyer. So a rocky start to the 5th inning. Let's break up the momentum here, Kevin the intern, and let's go to the trivia question, which is brought to you by the Alzheimer's Society of BC. There's a rising tide of dementia in British Columbia, but there is hope if we act now. So go to www.alzheimerbc.org for more information. This message made possible by Lisco Irrigation and Landscaping. Something happened on this day in Major League history in 1990 that had never happened before. The Minnesota Twins did something twice in a game. It's never happened before or since. We'll give you the answer in the bottom of the 5th as Branton hits a little pop-up. Scott Jarvis retreats onto the outfield grass, squeezes the leather for the first out of the 5th inning. Back to the top of the order, and Dustin Brashears, who was hit into a double play and singled. One for his last 15 is Brashears. HarbourCats 4, Bellingham 1 in the top of the 5th. Deposian checks the runner at second and then delivers. Inside for a ball. Rankin in center field playing shallow for Brashears. Polschuk a little deeper in left. Faulkner playing shallow in right. Bouncer for Jarvis, gets the big hop. And the throw across on target and in time. Two men out in the 5th inning. The only hint we'll give you on the Alzheimer's Society trivia question Something that the Twins did twice. They lost the game 1-0. So obviously, probably not an offensive thing. Aaron Struzma, the batter. He is singled and walked. Looks to bunt, takes low. When you look at Struzma, you don't think about the speed game. He's 6'3". 205 pounds. He's built like a football player. But he has no home runs. He has 20 stolen bases. He has 27 hits, but just 3 of them are doubles. So power is not his thing despite his size. 2 balls, no strikes. The sun is shining brightly on the HarbourCats right field bullpen, but it is empty. It is void of pitchers or catchers at the moment. It's all Dominic Toposian. 2 outs, runner at second. High for a ball 3. Chris Beal waiting for a chance to hit here in the 5th inning with the score 4-1 for the HarbourCats. The pitch is low to Struzma. He has walked for the 2nd time tonight. He's aboard for the 3rd straight time. Runners at first and second with 2 men out. Chris Beal has struck out and popped to short. Just the 2nd walk allowed by Toposian. Only his 8th of the season in 46 innings. As Alec Adome will come out, have a little chat with Toposian. Refillable water bottles tomorrow if you come to the ball game, courtesy of Wilson Transportation. 105 for the first start, and team posters from Metropole. HarbourCats then go to Nanaimo to play an exhibition game at Sir Roxman Stadium on Sunday. Toposian will attend the All-Star game on Monday. I'm sure his teammates will be there as they'll all jump on the Wilson Transportation carrier, head to Bellingham, taking the home run derby, watch the game on Monday, and then prepare to play the Bells on Tuesday in Bellingham. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, before the HarbourCats return home to play the Walla Walla Sweets on July 24th, 25th, and 26th. Then it's the 28th, 29th, and 30th against the Cowlitz Black Bears right here at Sports Traders Diamond. Joey Harris at second base. Aaron Struzma at first base with 2 men out. Breaking ball, strike 1 to Beal. Beal was 2 for 5 last night from Phoenix, Arizona. A line drive to right. Faulkner with a late start, and he can't get to it. It's over his head and off the wall. Harris scores. Struzma scores, and stopping at second with a double and 2 runs batted in is Chris Beal. It's now 4-3 for the HarbourCats. Beal playing in just his 4th game for Bellingham, now with 3 RBIs. He picks up his 2nd double. And the first double he hit was last night here. So with 2 men out, both clubs have RBI hits. Andrzejczyk drove in 2 for the HarbourCats in the 2nd inning, and now Beal with a 2-run double here in the 5th. Chase Scott has been hit by a pitch and grounded into a double play. Toposian's pitch is high for a ball. Toposian's last start was a rough one, even though he got the win at Klamath Falls. That was on the 11th. 4 runs on 5 hits in 4 innings of work. The pitch inside to Scott. On July 4th in Corvallis, Topouzian pitched better, but took a loss. 7 1/3 against Corvallis. He gave up 3 runs on 7 hits. The 2-0 pitch. Line to left field. Polschuk is going over. He'll make the catch to end the inning. Three runs on 3 hits. Halfway home, 4-3 HarborCats. It's a good one tonight on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. Scott Jarvis leads off the bottom of the 5th inning against Nate Higa of Bellingham. Breaking ball is a strike. 4-3 now. HarborCats lead cut to 1 thanks to a 3-run top of the 5th for the Bells. Jarvis way out in front of an off-speed pitch, and he's down on the count 0-2. HarborCats shortstop has popped to first and singled. Jarvis now with 8 hits in his last 7 games. Takes ball 1 away. He will be a freshman this fall at UCLA. And that is called strike 3. Higa drops a soft breaking ball in there, and Jarvis couldn't pull the trigger. Torrin Goldstein has walked twice tonight.
Now batting the third baseman, number 12, Torrin Goldstein.
Foul out of play off the bat of Goldstein. Tonight's trivia question brought to you by the Alzheimer's Society of BC. Your support provides confidence, offers compassion, creates friendships, and gives hope. The Alzheimer's Society of BC trivia question. Every inning in the 5th made possible by Lisco Irrigation and Landscaping. July 17th, 1990, the Minnesota Twins did something twice in a game that had never happened before. They lost the game 1-0. As Goldstein takes low for a ball, it's 1-2. My silent partner Kevin the intern got it right. They turned not 1 but 2 triple plays in a game. Ground ball foul into the HarborCat dugout on the first base side. Both were the same. A ground ball to third, third to second to first, which is called in baseball going around the horn. So twice the ball was hit to a third baseman, backhanded it, stepped on third, and they went third to second to first twice for triple plays as Goldstein will take a walk back to that first base dugout as he is caught looking. So Higa now has gone through the batting order once since coming on to relieve Grant Schneider in the third inning. And Higa has struck out the last 3 men he has faced. He struck out Faulkner, who was the first man that he faced. There's a line drive base hit to right field for Chris Faulkner. So the second look for Faulkner. He's not waiting around. Doesn't want to get off to that slow off-speed stuff. He jumped on a fastball and laced it to right. Hit totals are now even at 6 apiece. Faulkner is 2 out of 3 in the game. Reno Rankin is 0 for 2. We'll have another Alzheimer Society of BC trivia question tomorrow afternoon when Mike Walker joins Kevin the intern. There's a strange play as Faulkner broke but then stopped. Nobody told the catcher Joey Harris, so from his knees he fires to second base. Luckily the shortstop Dustin Bershears was paying attention, otherwise that ball goes into center field. A lot of loose dirt over that first base, and Faulkner, who has 7 steals on the year, is trying to get rid of some of it. He was doing the same thing last night. The infield has gotten better in the middle of the diamond. It's not as loose, but there's a lot of loose dirt over at first. HarborCats have not attempted a steal thus far tonight. Their next one will be their 80th of the year. That pitch off the glove of Harris, but not far enough for Faulkner to advance. 2-0 the count on Rankin. 4-3 HarborCats lead in the bottom of the 5th. Oh, Mike Walker told me there, Kevin the intern, that he wants the most difficult trivia question of all time. And that's up to you to figure out why that's difficult and how to make it happen. 1:05 first pitch tomorrow. Bells and the HarborCats here at Sports Traders Diamond. Last home game before July 24th. One week from tonight. That one bounces up and off the glove of Harris. It's ball 4 to Rankin. Second walk allowed by Higa. 7th walk from the Bells.
Now the next second baseman number 21, wrestling Anderson.
And there is activity in the bullpen, and Jeff James is making the walk to the mound. Left-hander Cody Anderson is getting the call. We'll tell you about him when we come back. It's 4-3 HarborCats in the 5th inning on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. pitcher of the night for the Bells is Cody Anderson. 6'6" left-hander. And you would think at 6'6", you would easily be the tallest man on your pitching staff, but as we found out last night, that's not so, as Brian Way threw last night for the Bells. He's 6'7". Anderson throws at Bellevue Community College. He's from Marysville, Washington. He comes in the bottom of the 5th with runners at first and second and 2 men out. Griffin Andrzejczyk, the batter. Andrzejczyk chased home the first 2 runs for the HarboCats with a 2-out single in the 2nd inning. Anderson's pitch is blocked by Joey Harris. Anderson is making his 10th appearance. In 19 innings, he has struck out 14, walked 8, allowing just 15 hits, and has an excellent ERA of 1.42. Chris Faulkner at second, Reno Rankin the runner at first. 4-3 HarboCats in the bottom of the 5th. Anderson's pitch is down and away for a ball. Pat McGrath is the third baseman, Dustin Brashears at shortstop, Bo Branton at second base, Chris Beal at first, Alex Galgenio in left field, Aaron Struzma in center field, Walker Olis in right field, with Joey Harris putting down the signals right now for Cody Anderson. Fastball is belt high for a strike. At Bellevue Community College, Anderson pitched in 33 innings, struck out 31, walked just 13. ERA at Bellevue of 4.13. Mostly a starter there. He made 6 appearances for those 33 innings, but works out of the Bellingham bullpen. Pulls the string on Andrzejczyk, who's out in front. 2-2 the count with 2 on and 2 out. HarboCats with 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th. The Bells with 3 in the 5th. And the Cats trying to answer back here in their home half of the 5th. Andrzejczyk 1 for 2 in this game, and 9 for his last 19, as he had a great road trip to Oregon. Anderson's pitch, weakly hit up the middle, and the throw from the shortstop. Brashears is in time to end the inning. Cats strand 2. They've left 9 now through 5. And the HarboCats lead Bellingham 4-3 as they move to the 6th inning on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com.
Shut up!
Speedway, our partner in the West Shore. That is very
Do you usually classic flag?
Now batting the right fielder, number 30, Walker Olin.
Buddy, thank you, buddy. Great job. Great job. Great job. Keep it going. Here you go. Here you go, Walker. Speed the limit. Go on.
4-3 for the HarboCats as we play the 6th inning with Dominic Topuzian delivering a strike to Walker Olis. 6th inning is brought to you by Alex Burns and Associates. Island investing made easy at VictoriaRealEstate.com. Olis has flied to left and flied to right. Down on the count 0-2. Despite being 0 for 2 tonight, Olis is still 6 for his last 14. One ball, 2 strikes. The bullpen now in the shade. Lights are starting to take effect. And it's still vacant as it's all Deposian to this point. The Bells have used 3 pitchers. There's a high fly ball to left with a park hold. This Polchuk warning track. He's at the wall. He will leap, and does he have it? Yes, he does. Call the cops. Ben Polchuk just took a home run away from Walker Olis. One man out in the 6th. And for every young outfielder here, that's how you get it done. Find the fence early. And then it was just a matter of timing it. And Polchuk reached up and took the home run away from Walker Olis. It would have been his second in as many nights. Pat McGrath, the batter. Cuts and misses. Bells hit 3 home runs here last night. Polchuk has hit a home run for the HarboCats and has taken one away from the Bells. That pitch is high. McGrath is 0 for 2. There's a bouncer and back at third. That'll go foul.
Hold it, Steve. Here we go.
HarboCats 4, Bells 3 in the top of the 6th. The 1-2 pitch inside for a ball. 2-2 on McGrath. Alex Galgano is on deck. Outfield straightaway, average depth, Deposian's pitch. Grounded towards the hole and through on the left side for a base hit. Seventh hit for Bellingham off Deposian. Galgano tripled and scored to get the offense going for Bellingham last inning. He is also flied to right. 5'9", 200 pounds. From Seattle. He'll be a junior at Bellevue Community College in the fall. Deposian is inside with the first pitch. Dominic Deposian will be the lone representative of the HarboCats this year at the All-Star Game. The Bells will have 6 players there. The pitch inside for a ball. And the president of the West Coast League, Dennis Coho, just made a visit, along with general manager and owner of the HarboCats, Jim Swanson. Coho taking a tour of the stadium, and he sees that 2,371 fans came out tonight after 2,211 last night. And he's seeing a great ball game too. It's 4-3 HarboCats in the 6th. Always a festive atmosphere here. Fans are right on top of the field. Lots of great food options. Plus your basics. You can always get a hot dog, hamburger, and a cold beverage. That's when it's fisted in left field by Galgano. He's got his second hit of the night. And now there is bullpen action. And they're getting hot in a hurry down there in the HarboCats bullpen in the left field corner. Runners at first and second for Bellingham in the 6th inning. Joey Harris has struck out and singled. So Nick Meyer gets the signal from the dugout to go talk to Topouzian to stall for a little more time. And now Alec Adome will stall for even a little more time. Topouzian had logged the most innings on the mound for the HarbourCats this year at 41 1/3. So right now he's at 46 2/3 for his HarbourCats season, after 21 innings at Fresno State this spring. Alex Rogers made his final appearance for the HarbourCats in last night's game, as he had thrown 30-plus innings for the Cats, but he'd already thrown 70 innings at college for Trinidad State in Colorado. Haven't heard any limits on Topouzian because of the fact that Roger threw 70 and Dominic had only thrown 21. So he's got a little more leeway here this summer. Back to baseball now, and a good breaking ball. Fools Joey Harris. Bells with runners at first and second. One out. HarbourCat infield looking to turn their third double play of the evening. HarbourCats leading 4-3. Another breaking ball, and Nick Meyer with the block. Michael Gretler at third base. Scott Jarvis is the second baseman. Griffin Andrewchuk at second base with Torrin Goldstein at first. Ben Polschuk in left field. Reno Rankin in center field. Chris Faulkner in right field, with Meyer behind the plate putting down the signs now for Topouzian, and it's a 1-1 pitch coming up to Joey Harris with 2 on and 1 out. Scott Eckert says that's outside. The 2-1 pitch on the way to Joey Harris. Grounded towards Jarvis, and it takes a bad hop, and that'll score a run to tie the game. That should have been a double play to end the inning. Instead, it's a 4-4 tie. And that's the last pitch that Topouzian will throw tonight. He should have been out of the inning, leading the game by a run. Instead, he'll get no decision or could take a loss. We'll tell you about the relief pitcher when we come back. It's 4-4 on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. New pitcher for the HarbourCats is Matt Blaise. 4-4 tie now in the 6th inning. Runners at first and third for Bellingham. Bo Branton is the batter. And Harris chased back to first. Branton has popped to short and singled. The pitch from Blaise all the way to the backstop. Meyer never got a glove on that, and home to score the 5th run for Bellingham is Alex Galgano. Wild pitch charge to Blaise. 3 in the 5th, 2 here in the 6th for the Bells. Runner at second now with 1 man out. There's a strike at the knees. Blaise making his 7th appearance for the HarbourCats. 3 of those were starts. In 20 innings, he's allowed 19 hits. He's walked 11 and struck out 17. ERA is at 2.7. The pitch to Branton is popped up foul out of play. Blaise made a start on Tuesday in Medford. Went 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs on 8 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 4. Even his record at 2-2 with the HarbourCats with the win on Tuesday night. And here he is out of the bullpen on Friday. The pitch fouled out of play. Bellingham 5, HarbourCats 4. Top of the 6th inning. Matt Blaise is from Moon Bay, California, and he will be a freshman at UC Davis in Central California, not far from Sacramento. In the air to right field for Chris Faulkner. Makes the catch and lets a wild throw go to third, but there was no runner, so no harm, no foul. Chris shows off his strong right wing. Two men out here in the 6th. Dustin Brashears is 1 for 3. Had a bloop single in the 1st and since has grounded into a double play and grounded to short. Runner at second base with 2 men out. Matt Blaise with the pitch. That's pulled. Diving stop at third, knocked down by Gretler. He'll save a run as he keeps the ball in the infield. Brashears will have a base hit. If that gets by Gretler, then Harris would be able to score. Runners at first and third with 2 out, and Aaron Brunsma comes to the plate. That's not even close. I just made up a name. Who the heck is Aaron Brunsma? Aaron Struzma, the center fielder. He's walked twice and singled tonight. The pitch by Matt Blaise will wait as a throw to first. Sends Brashears diving back safely. It's a 2-run inning for the Bells, but it could be worse. Remember, the leadoff hitter, Walker Olis, thought he had a home run, but Ben Polschuk brought the ball back into the playing field as he went over the fence and left to catch it. But then on the other side, the double play ball that got by Scott Jarvis could have ended the inning with the HarbourCats ahead. That's baseball, I guess they would say. 1 ball, no strikes on Struzma. Runners at first and third for the Bells in the top of the 6th. That pitch backhanded by Meyer. Left-hander Nick Wojcicki is throwing in the bullpen. They'll want him for the on-deck hitter Chris Beal, whether it's this inning or leading off the next inning. Breaking ball is low. The fact that Blaze made a start on Tuesday, we knew he was not going to be in this game for long. There's a strike. 3-1 on Struzma. Five for his last 13. And there's ball 4. Bases loaded for the Bells. And they wait for the left-handed batter Chris Beal to be announced, and then the pitching change will take place. It's now 5-4 for Bellingham on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. Left-hander Nick Wojcicki into the ballgame now for the HarborCats. Scottsdale, Arizona native, making his 14th appearance. He has been the busiest out of the Cats from the bullpen this summer thus far. Exclusively out of the pen, 18 2/3, 20 strikeouts, but he has allowed 27 hits. The ERA is good, 2.89. 2 men out here in the top of the 6th. Nick comes in with the bases loaded. Left-hander Chris Beal is the batter. The first pitch, high, ball 1. Wojcicki last pitched on Monday in Medford. And that was a long outing for him. He went 4 innings. Gave up 1 run on 4 hits. He walked 4, struck out 3. Got the win as the HarborCats beat Medford 6-4 on Monday night. 5-4 for Bellingham here on a Friday night. There's a strike. Good fastball at the belt. Beal had a 2 RBI double his last time up after popping up to short and striking out against Dominic DePosian earlier in the ballgame. Breaking ball is too high. Joey Harris at third, Bo Branton, check that, it's Bo Branton at third. Dustin Brashears at second and Aaron Struzma at first. There's a bouncer back towards the middle. Andreychuk backhands, flips to Jarvis, nicely down to end the inning. Terrific play by Griffin Andreychuk. The Bells score 2 and lead 5-4 as we go to the bottom of the 6th on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. Kevin Collard will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning against Cody Anderson in the first pitch, low ball 1. Bellingham 5, HarborCats 4. It was 4-0 for the home side, but the Bells with 3 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th have grabbed the lead. Collard swings, hits a high pop, but this will go back into the bleachers on the first base side. 2,371 here tonight after 2,200 in the ballpark last night. And we're not done with this series. First pitch at 1:05 tomorrow afternoon. Two and 1 the count on Collard. Ben Polschuk waiting on deck. Pitch is foul to the screen by Collard, who has walked 3 times tonight and has scored a run. 3-2 now on Collard. "6'6" left-hander delivers. High and away. 4 walks. Time to dig out the HarborCat record book.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 20.
Sixth inning is brought to you by Alex Burns and Associates. Island investing made easy at VictoriaRealEstate.com. There may have been a time in the first 2.5 seasons that a HarborCat has walked 4 times, but in 4 consecutive at-bats and by the 6th inning. Potential tying run aboard for Ben Polschuk, who has hit a home run tonight. He takes strike 1, and he took away a home run in the top of this inning from Walker Olis, reaching over the fence and left to catch a high pop-up from Olis. Bellingham was undeterred, though. They went on and scored 2 runs anyway to take the lead after being down 4-0 after 4. Swing and a miss. Changeup from Anderson. From Marysville, Washington, and pitches collegiately at Bellevue Community College. The 2-strike pitch to Polschuk. Ground ball to the shortstop, Branton. He'll go to second for 1. The throw to first, nicely turned. That was Brashears to Branton. Branton played shortstop last night. Brashears to Branton to Beal. And the Killer Bees make it a 2-out, bases empty situation for the HarborCats. And Michael Gretler will come up. West Coast League scoreboard brought to you by Sports Traders at 608 Discovery Street. 3-1 for Corvallis in the bottom of the 8th at Yakima. Walla Walla leads Bend 6-3 in the 6th. Corvallis ahead of Klamath Falls 9-7 in the 7th inning. A final score in Medford, Kitsap 4, and the Medford Rogues 1. Kelowna leading Wenatchee 7-6 after 6. The scoreboard brought to you by Sports Traders. Michael Gretler takes strike 2. Here in Victoria, it is 5-4 for the Bellingham Bells in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cody Anderson with his 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Gretler strikes out. Second time tonight, and the 5th time in 2 nights for Michael Gretler. So on to the 7th inning we go. 5-4 for Bellingham on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. Top of the 7th inning. And Nick Wojcik to face Chase Scott. First pitch is high for a ball. Scott played third base last night for the Bells. Tonight he's the DH. 0 for 2. Bells 5, HarborCats 4. That pitch is low and away for a ball. Austin Dondeville is now throwing in the HarborCats bullpen. The pitch high and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Michael Gretler at third, Scott Jarvis at short, and Griffin Andrzejczyk at second. Torrin Goldstein at first base defensively for the HarborCats. Ben Polschuk in left field. Reno Rankin in center field. Chris Faulkner is in right. And Nick Meyer takes that pitch. It's in for a strike. 1:05 tomorrow afternoon for Game 3 of this series. And then 1 week from tonight, it's the Walla Walla Sweets, followed by the Cowlitz Black Bears. The Cats will have a 6-game homestand starting next Friday. Towering pop-up that Torrin Goldstein wants, and he takes. Seventh inning tonight brought to you by Wilson Transportation, locally owned and operated since 1962 with over 90 vehicles to rent.
How about number 30, Walker Olis.
Here's Walker Olis, still stinging from his pop-up that he thought would go for a home run that Ben Polschuk brought back into the park. 3 fly ball outs tonight for Olis, who swings and misses. Last night, Olis had a triple and a home run, but 0 for 3 tonight. Changeup, and Olis swings and misses. HarborCats with 2 in the second and 2 in the fourth. They've been shut out their last 2 innings, while the Bells scored 3 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th to take a 5-4 lead. That pitch from Wojcik is outside for a ball. The 1-2 pitch. They will appeal to first, but Chetma says no swing. So it is 2 balls, 2 strikes with the bases empty and 1 man out. Pat McGrath is on deck. Another check swing and a breaking ball in the dirt. Another appeal denied once again. So 3-2 the count on Walker Olis, right fielder of the Bells. 6'2", 175 from Burlington, Washington. He'll be a senior at the University of Pacific. The pitch. Apparently over but low. And another call to the bullpen from manager Greg Merritt. Austin Dondeville will come in. With the score 5-4 for Bellingham at the top of the 7th on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. All right, let's see if we can. Austin Dondeville is the fourth pitcher for the HarbourCats tonight. He comes on with one out. In the top of the seventh inning, Pat McGrath will be the man he faces with Walker Olis at first base. 5-4 for Bellingham. Dondeville making his 8th appearance for the HarbourCats. 4 of those were starts. ...31 hits allowed in 29 innings, only 6 walks and 25 strikeouts for the right-hander, who drops in a breaking ball for strike one. From Walnut Creek, California, he'll be a sophomore at Cal Poly. Dondeville just pitched on Wednesday, 2 innings in Medford. Allowed 1 hit, did not allow a run. 2.17 ERA for the HarbourCats in 7 previous appearances. Oh, 0-1 the count on McGrath. The runner goes. The throw from Meyer. Safe. Walker Olis with the stolen base. Olis is now 8 out of 10 in stealing bases. Three on the night for Bellingham, 61 for the year. Bells lead 5-4. The pitch. Hook in for a strike. Alex Galgano is on deck for the Bells, who lead 5-4 in the 7th inning. Dondeville's pitch outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Olis leads from second. 2-2 pitch to McGrath. Fouled out of play. Busy night in the majors tonight as they begin the post-All-Star game portion of the 2015 schedule. Royals and the White Sox split a doubleheader. Royals won 4-2. Sox won 2-0. Astros beat the Rangers 3-2. Cardinals over the Mets 3-2. And the Phillies beat the Marlins 6-3. Dondeville with a 2-2 pitch to McGrath. Struck him out. Good breaking ball from Austin Dondeville. 2 men out. Alex Galgano will come up. He's tripled and singled. 2 out of 3 with 2 runs scored. Crazy night in the U.S. Capitol, Washington, D.C. The game was suspended because of a 3rd power outage. Nationals were leading the game 3-2. Yankees beat the Mariners 4-3. Blue Jays over the Rays 6-2 in Toronto. Tigers beat Baltimore 7-3, while the Reds were 6-1 winners over Cleveland. Red Sox and Angels still scoreless in the 8th inning, as Dondeville delivers another breaking ball, that one too high. Braves beat the Cubs 4-2. Milwaukee over the Pirates 4-1. Arizona leading the Giants 5-2 in the 7th. Twins over Oakland 5-0 in the 8th. Scoreboard brought to you by Sports Traders. Dive into summer savings at 608 Discovery Street. Steady diet of breaking balls from Austin Dondeville. Alex Galgano, the batter. .5-4 for Bellingham in the 7th inning with 2 men out. Galgano from Seattle fouls the pitch out of play. Joey Harris would be next if Galgano can reach with 2 men out. Dominic Toposian started. He pitched into the 6th inning. And since then it's been Matt Blaze, Nick Wojcicki, and now Don DeVille. Walker Ollis leads from second and swinging a foul. Meyer couldn't hold that one on a breaking ball that was tipped at the plate by Galgano. HarbourCats led 4-0 after 4 innings of play, but the Bells, with 2 in the 3rd and 2 in the 6th, have taken back the lead. 22-12 in the year is Bellingham, and the HarbourCats 5 games back at 17-17. Very important series for both sides, but more so for the HarbourCats. They wanted to win this series, close the gap, then go to Bellingham and play 3 more over the border starting on Tuesday. There's called strike 3. Don DeVille strikes out Galgano. And the 7th inning, they'll do the stretch here at Sports Trader Stadium. 5-4 for Bellingham on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com.
I got it, and here's Grandma Dynamite to lead us away. Here you go, girl.
Leading off for your HarbourCats, the catcher, number 14, Nick Meyer.
Bottom of the 7th inning, 5-4 for Bellingham, and the HarbourCats catcher Nick Meyer will lead things off. Scott Jarvis and Torrin Goldstein to follow against lefty Cody Anderson. First pitch in for a strike. Brent Schneider went the first 2 1/3 for the Bells, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits, walked 5 and struck out 2. Nate Higa also went 2 1/3, giving up 2 runs on 1 hit. He walked 2 and struck out 3. Then Anderson came into the ball game, and then the offense clicked in for the Bells. Dom Toposian 5 1/3 for the HarbourCats. Matt Blaze, Nick Wojcicki, and Austin Dondeville all 1/3 of an inning. Meyer has grounded out twice and struck out. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Bellingham. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the HarbourCats. And that error by Scott Jarvis Could have been an inning-ending double play. Instead, turned into the runs that tied and put Bellingham ahead as he got a tricky hop. And it got by him. So the Cats trail by 1. The pitch to Meyer. Oh, that hit him. And if anybody's going to get plunked, it'll be Nick Meyer. Tough catcher. Tough way to make a living. Already the 4th time that Meyer's been hit by a pitch.
Number 5, Scott Jarvis.
Here is Scott Jarvis. 1 for 3 in this game. Continues to swing the bat well. Eight for his last 21, just under a .400 average. Besides being hit by a pitch 4 times, Meyer was almost knocked out of last night's game when he was trying to put a tag on at the plate, and a hard slide knocked the ball loose, and he got his wrist bent back. I'm not sure how much time he's had to see the sights of the city of Victoria with the tough schedule these kids play, but he has seen a lot of ice bags since coming to Victoria. No activity in either bullpen at the moment. The pitch from Cody Anderson. Jarvis asked to bunt. Takes low, ball 1. Pat McGrath charging from 3rd. Chris Beal charging from 1st. The shortstop Brashear is going to 2nd, and the second baseman Branton entrusted to get to first base on the play. The right fielder Olis is playing very shallow. Struzma a couple of steps towards left center. And Galgano in left. There's a pitch off the glove of the catcher, Harris. So they won't have to bunt. And the wild pitch moves Meyer into second base. KJ Brady has now gone into left field defensively for Bellingham, replacing Galgano, who made the last out of last inning. 2-0 the count on Jarvis. Anderson with the move towards second base, trying to see if maybe Jarvis was going to turn to bunt again. Doran Goldstein on deck, and then Chris Faulkner as Jarvis puts a bunt down. Harris will field and throw to first. Sacrifice completed. Runner at third now in the 7th inning for the HarbourCats, with 1 out. Left-handed hitting Goldstein has been called back. AJ Alcantara will come up to bat.
Now batting for your HarbourCats.
Alcantara struck out in the 9th inning last night in a pinch hitting role. From Alta Loma, California, plays at UC Irvine. Alcantara in 15 games is hitting .341. The pitch by Anderson, a little bouncer, is going to be a tough play at third. But making the play easily is McGrath. But coming home to score is Nick Meyer. 5-5 as Alcantara gets an RBI, despite chopping out to third on the first pitch. So the wild pitch by Anderson comes back to bite the bells. As the HarbourCats were going to ask Jarvis to sacrifice Meyer to second, but instead Jarvis was able to move him over to third base with a bunt. Now Chris Faulkner stays in to hit against the left-hander Anderson. Takes strike one. Faulkner facing Anderson for the first time. Chris is 2 for 3 in the game. A couple of singles, he has scored a run. Swing and a miss, 0-2. A 5-5 tie in the 7th inning. Two-strike pitch is high. Anderson had made 9 previous relief appearances, covering 19 innings. And he's about to complete his 2nd inning tonight if he can retire Faulkner. That pitch, though, is outside. 2-2 with 2 outs. A run home for the HarbourCats to tie the game. The pitch popped up for KJ Brady in left field. He'll make the catch to end the inning. HarbourCats get 1 without the benefit of a hit. A hit batter, a wild pitch, and a sacrifice, and an infield single. So on to the 8th we go in a 5-5 tie on Shaw TV and SportsTraders.com.
Come on, mindset, aggressive.
All right, everybody. It's a sport. What is going on? What do you think of what is happening here in the Wife's here too, right? She's pretty happy. Oh, yeah. She hasn't seen it yet? Oh, yeah. That makes no surprise. So this is going to do this, just so you know. About $150, and it's unbelievable, trust me. Now, we got a bonus for you for Superbad. Just decided to do this, blinking the guys. Hold on to your ticket. You want to get this done by Superbad. That ticket you're holding in your pocket for tonight's game is worth 10% off to get this done, so give them a call, okay? Thank you very much. It's been a lot of fun to do it. Thanks for being our guinea pig today and putting your car forward. I appreciate it. Thanks to Superbad.
Superbad.
Yeah, I know. God.
Oh my God, it looks like a clean car.
Top of the 8th inning. And Austin Dondeville ready to work against Joey Harris.
There we go, Joey.
Fastball taken for a strike by Harris. Joey Harris is 1 for 3. He has struck out, singled to drive in a run, and scored a run. He has also reached on an error by the shortstop. Two balls and a strike on Harris. The Bell's catcher. He'll be followed by Bo Branton. Oh, that's right in the back. Not what Dondeville had in mind. Hit batter to lead off the 8th inning of a 5-5 tie. After Dondeville came in at the top of the 7th inning and struck out the 2 men he'd faced. Now we'll see if the number 9 hitter Branton will be asked to bunt. 1 for 3 in the game. Came into the game batting 186. PJ Floyd now at first base for the HarborCats. Sets up to hold on the runner. Michael Gretler in on the grass at third, anticipating a bunt. And there is the bunt. It's a hard one. Dandeville, though, will take the safe approach and go to first. Both sides putting down successful sacrifice bunts. 24th successful sacrifice for the Bells. HarborCats have done it 21 times. 5-5 tie in the 8th inning. Back to the top of the order, and Dustin Brashears. He's 2 for 4 in the game. Breaking ball outside from Dandeville. HarborCats led 4-0 going into the 5th. Then the Bells took a 5-4 lead. Cats getting a run across in the 7th to tie the game at 5. And here we are in the 8th. Fastball is high and away. Last night's game ended up being a 1-run game, but it was not really close until the very end, as on 3 different occasions the Bells had 4-run leads. The 2-0 pitch to Brashears. Line drive base hit to left field. Being stopped at third is Harris. Bells on the corners with 1 man out. As Polschuk charged the ball and came up throwing. 3 hits for Brashears tonight. Came in batting .244. He's one of 6 Bells who will play in the All-Star game on Monday. Justin Colomeni, who pitched last night. Bronson Larson, who caught last night. Aaron Struzma, who is playing center field tonight. Andrew Rickenbach, who was the DH last night. And Andrew Kemmerer, who is another pitcher for the Bells. Will all be a teammate with Dominic Deposian of the HarborCats on Monday in the North Division. Enemies tonight, however. Bells trying to break this tie and increase their lead in the West Division. HarborCats won a home field win and moved to within 4 games of first place in the West Division. And stay on top of Corvallis and Yakima in the wild card division. That's a strike call on Aaron Struzma, who's been on board all 4 times tonight. A single and 3 walks. Runners at first and third with 1 out. HarborCats have turned 2 double plays tonight. And they could use a third. Swing and a miss. Big hack by Struzma.
Yeah, he's on
6'3", 205-pounder from Mount Vernon, Washington. Harris at third, Brashears at first with 1 man out, 0-2 the count. 5-5 tie in the 8th inning. Fastball is outside. Fans being fooled by the fact that Nick Meyer had set up about 4 inches off the plate. And from some seats, that angle looked like when he hit the catcher's glove, it has to be a strike. But from here, sitting right behind home plate, that was definitely the right call from Scott Eckert. That one is closer to the plate, and Struzma takes a hack and fouls it out of play. Gretler and Jarvis on the left side of the HarborCats infield. Andrechuk and Floyd now on the right side, with Polschuk in left, Rankin in center, Faulkner in right. Nick Meyer putting down the signs for Austin Dandeville. 4th pitcher of the night, employed by Greg Merritt. Bells 5, HarborCats 5, and a balk has been called. And that will put Bellingham in front. Merritt has to come out to make sure Dondeville doesn't get ejected. As Austin Dondeville is not sure why a balk was called by Steve Butang. So Merritt will make the walk across the infield to ask the question. That puts Bellingham in front 6-5. Didn't see what the objection was. Didn't see a signal from the umpire Steve Butang as to why he called the balk. Dondeville doesn't seem to be accepting of it, but it's a short conversation between Merritt and Butang. Tough way for the go-ahead run to come home after Harris was hit by a pitch. Sacrificed to second, goes to third on a base hit, and now scores on a balk. Brashears is at second base now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Struzma with 1 out in the 8th inning. Breaking ball bounces away from Meyer. He'll throw to third, the tag, and out is the call. Meyer pounced on it quickly, and the ball took him towards third base. Good quick throw from Meyer, and Michael Gretler was able to put the tag on. So Brashears is retired. And all of a sudden, its base is empty with 2 men out. In a very odd top of the 8th. 6-5 Bellingham taking back the lead. The pitch. Outside. HarbourCats will have the top of the order scheduled in the bottom of the 8th inning. And it looks like they'll be doing it against the new pitcher. Justin Courtney is down in the bullpen. Cody Anderson's been throwing about 2 innings per appearance. That is what he has thrown tonight, so it makes sense that they would go that way. We'll find out in the bottom of the inning. Meanwhile, Struzma takes low, and that is 4 walks for him tonight. He's been on base 5 times. HarbourCats pitching staff had only allowed 12 walks in the previous 7 games. That's 5 tonight. The Bells have given up 8 free passes. Top of the 8th inning, 6-5 for Bellingham. Runner at first with 2 men out. Runner goes, pitch outside. Myers throw. Struzma out at second base as Jarvis puts on the tag. So Nick Meyer cuts down a couple of base runners here in the 8th. Bells score 1 run on 1 hit. 6-5 now for Bellingham on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com.
Tonight's 50-50 is for $766. It is a blue ticket. I know. 3, 0, 6, 5, 1, 0, 3, 0, 6, 5. Blue ticket for $766.
Chase Lambert will pitch hit for Reno Rankin as we play the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch from Cody Anderson is a strike. 6-5 for the Bells, who are down 4-0 after 4. Went ahead 5-4. HarbourCats tied it with a run in the 7th. The Bells got it right back in the top of the 8th. Lambert played second base last night and was 0 for 5. Tall, slim lefty hits Lambert. One of these games, if you're managing it, is like neither bullpen wants to win. This is like last night's game when there were 8 runs scored between the two clubs in the last 2 innings. Well, the bullpens have struggled here again tonight, throwing strikes. HarbourCats will take it. Leadoff man aboard. That is the 3rd consecutive half inning. 2 for the HarbourCats, 1 for the Bells, where the leadoff man has been hit by a pitch. Setting the table for the opposition. So now let's see what they do with Griffin Andrechuk, who is 1 for 3. First pitch outside to Andrechuk. Lambert's only in his 9th game for the HarbourCats, but he has made 5 steal attempts. He is 3 for 5. Bellingham 6 and the HarbourCats 5 in the bottom of the 8th. Third baseman Pat McGrath up on the grass. Anderson can't find the strike zone. Andrechuk is squaring, willing to give himself up, but the first rule is a bunch of strike. Justin Courtney continues to throw in the Bellingham bullpen down the left field line. And they're starting to get loose down in the HarbourCats pen as well. Andrechuk bunts. That's a hard bunt. Fielded by the first baseman Beal. He'll throw to the second baseman covering as Branton is there to take it. And it's a sacrifice. And that ball was pushed a little bit more towards the second baseman. Andrechuk could have had himself a base hit. But he does get the runner in scoring position. Lambert with good speed at second base with 1 out in the 8th inning. 6-5 for Bellingham. Kevin Collard's had a weird night. Been up 4 times. He's 0 for 0. He's walked 4 times and struck out, or sorry, walked 4 times and scored a run. Struck out twice last night.
Hey, you guys, you 6, you got it.
Left-hander Cody Anderson comes set. The left-hander Collard checks his swing on a breaking ball, and it costs him strike 1. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Bellingham. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the HarbourCats. Collard takes a breaking ball. It's on the outside corner for a strike. And if anyone could question a ball or a strike count tonight, it would have to be Kevin Collard. When you've walked 4 times, at least for tonight, you have to have proven to Scott Eckert that you have a good eye. Collard, that pitch was outside. 0-2 now on the HarbourCats designated hitter. Lambert at second base with a 1 out. And that one had a lot of plate. Strike 3. Runner at second with 2 men out now for Ben Polschuk, who has a 2-run homer tonight in 4 trips. And he's twice lined out to third. Now Jeff James will go get the right-hander Courtney. With the score, Bellingham 6 and the HarborCats 5 on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com.
All right, guys, we're going to go to the bullpen. We are going to go to the Kiss Cam. FM. One of the Kiss FM Kiss Cam. Brought to you by Barclays, Fine Custom Jewelry. See you in your own. There's your winners, Mark and Karen. Congratulations. Head on down to the gift shop, the info booth. Claim your prize. You win a $50 gift card from Mark's Fine Custom Jewelers.
An extraordinary moment is created extraordinary today. HarbourCats is Victoria's extraordinary jewelry retailer. Here to honor the
Go, Court on bed!
concept design that devotes every challenge to support the impact to explore jewelry experience. And respected reseller exclusive design elements, transferring innovation to the access of products from the step of to make fashion.
Find your experience. Fine Custom Jewelry.
Ladies and gentlemen, if your name is Joshua Shepard, you want to go to the information booth. Joshua Shepard, you have lost something that you probably want back. Head to the info booth and claim your prize.
Bell is Justin Courtney, 6'5", 200-pounder from the University of Maine. And Bangor, Maine is his hometown, so he's come a long way to play summer baseball. Just got here. He's only been in 3 games for the Bells, but he's been effective. In 5 innings, he has not allowed a run, and he has struck out 4 men. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. The Bells lead 6-5. Ben Polschuk, the batter. Chase Lambert at second. Breaking ball in and over, strike 1. Brian Way at 6'7" last night. Cody Anderson at 6'6", and now Justin Courtney coming in at 6'5". Intimidating bullpen from the Bellingham Bells as Polschuk bangs one off his ankle. Polschuk with a couple of home runs now. He put the HarborCats in front 4-0 in the 4th inning with a long one off the scoreboard in left field. Trying to get some feeling back in that left ankle after banging that one down onto his foot. Lambert at second base with 2 men out. 2,371. At Sports Traders Diamond inside Royal Athletic Park here tonight. Trying to bring some energy to Polschuk. 6'5" for Bellingham. Off-speed pitches outside. 1-2 the count on Polschuk with 2 men out. Ball 2. Grant Schneider went 2 1/3 for the Bells. Then Nate he got 2 1/3, and Cody Anderson 2 2/3. It's Superheroes night here at the ballpark, and Polschuk, who has hit a home run and robbed the Bells of a home run, trying to be that superhero, takes a breaking ball away. Base hit here ties the game. Long ball now. HarborCats are in front. Three and 2 now the count with 2 men out. The right fielder Olis and the center fielder Struzma not playing very deep. And Brady is deep and left. Lambert leads from second with 2 men out. 3-2 pitch from Justin Courtney to Ben Polschuk is low. Runners at first and second. Michael Gretler was scheduled to hit, but it looks like Greg Merritt's going into the bullpen not for a pitcher but for a hitter. So we'll have to wait and see who's coming in from the bullpen to hit. Someone who obviously hasn't had to think about hitting because they're down catching. So probably a surprise. Gretler was 1 for 4 in the game. So the pinch hitter is coming up maybe down the road. It's not going to be the man who's going to hit right this moment. It's going to be Austin Gabor,
Now batting for your HarborCats, number 10.
who gets the call to hit.
Gabor.
Gabor is batting .280. 2 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Had an excellent road trip to Oregon. He's hitting .450 in his last 6 games. Runners at first and second, 2 men out, the pitch outside. Gabor was 3 for 5 last night. Had a double that brought the HarborCats to within 1 run at 8-7. But that's as close as they got. Right now they're down 6-5. And pitching coach Jim Clem wants to make a visit. Not usually he'll come out in the middle of an at-bat to talk to a pitcher about his mechanics. That may be about pitch selection. Although he's not talking to the catcher, he's directly in the eye of Courtney. And Jim Clem, as we talked about last night, 30 years as a high school coach in Washington, a member of 5 different Halls of Fame. Having a long chat here with Courtney, who's new to this ball club. Courtney at 6'5", and Clem was looking him right in the eye. Over 480 wins as a high school coach. In his 5th year as the Bells pitching coach, he now retreats to the third base dugout, and Justin Courtney has been straightened out. He may have been shaking to breaking balls, and Clem saying, no, big boy, we brought you in here to throw fastballs and get us out of here. Runners at first and second with 2 men out. That fastball is outside. They didn't bring him in all the way from Bangor, Maine to be cute. Rear back and let it fly. If they can catch up, good for them. Austin Gabor trying to catch up to one here for the HarbourCats. Lambert at second. Polschuk at first. 6-5 for Bellingham. This has the drama of a 9th inning, but it's the 8th. The pitch. Fastball for a strike. The throw down to second base goes into center field, but Lambert will stay right there at second. And another meeting at the mound. Last night's game took 4 hours to play. This one's at 3 hours and 15 minutes. In the bottom of the 8th. The pitch was a strike to Gabor. It's 2-1. These teams are playing it like it's a playoff game, and they still have 4 more games in this series and 7 more in the season series, as Courtney's pitch is too high. The Bells came in leading the division over the HarbourCats by 5 games, so they're trying to put Victoria out of their misery, and the HarbourCats trying to take advantage of this home crowd, over 2,300 here again tonight. Use that energy and close the gap on the Bells over the next week. Put the pressure on them, the defending champions of the West Coast League. 3-1 pitch to Gabor is low. Well, Bellingham came in with the best ERA in the league and supposedly the best pitching in the league, but they gave up 7 runs last night. They're giving up 5 tonight, but the distressing part is the fact that they've walked 10 and hit 2. 12 free passes for the HarbourCats tonight. And Nick Meyer will bat. He is 0 for 3. 6-5 for Bellingham. In the bottom of the 8th, bases loaded. First pitch, called strike. Lambert at third, Polschuk at second. Gabor at first. Courtney with the pitch. Low. Meyer hitting .333 in his last 6 games. Bases loaded with 2 men out in the 8th inning. Breaking ball outside. Justin Courtney working to Nick Meyer with the bases loaded and 2 out. Fly ball in the right center field. Struzma making the call and making the catch. HarbourCats have stranded 12 through 8 innings. 6-5 for Bellingham on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. the ninth inning of play at Sports Traders Diamond. Bellingham 6, HarborCats 5. Sean Kennedy the second now in to pitch for the Cats. First pitch is high, ball 1 to Chris Beal, who is 1 for 4. A double and 2 RBI in the game for the Bells. Pitch from Kennedy. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. Sean Kennedy the second making his 13th appearance for the HarborCats. 2 balls and a strike now. He's made 4 starts in 28 innings, has allowed 40 hits. Walked 8, struck out 22, and an ERA of 5.20. Little pop-up left center field, but coming in to make the catch is Ben Polschuk. The ninth inning is brought to you by the Alzheimer's Society of BC. There's a rising tide of dementia in British Columbia, but there is hope if we act now. This message made possible by Lisco Irrigation and Landscaping. Chase Scott, after hitting 2 home runs last night, has been pitched to carefully this evening and effectively by the HarborCats. He is 0 for 3. Pitch high for a ball. But anytime you have a man in there who has hit 6 home runs, you have to always pitch carefully. Kennedy's pitch is knee high for a strike. Kennedy last pitched on Monday in Medford. He went 2 2/3 and did not give up a run. Swing and a miss by Chase Scott. Sean struck out 2 in his 2 2/3 on Monday against the Medford Rogues. Ground ball to short. Jarvis gobbles it up and throws out Scott. 2 down in the ninth. On the Sports Trader scoreboard, Kelowna beat Wenatchee 9-6. Kitsap beat Medford 4-1. Cowlitz leading Klamath Falls 10-9 in the ninth. Yakima Valley came from behind and beat Corvallis 4-3 as Chris Faulkner makes the catch on the fly ball hit by Walker Olis. So we'll head to the bottom of the ninth inning. 6-5 for Bellingham. On Shaw TV and HarborCats.com. Bottom third of the order and the bottom of the ninth for the HarborCats, but it's some of their hottest hitters of late that are going to come up here, trailing 6-5 against Justin Courtney. Scott Jarvis will hit first, and the pitch high for ball 1. Jarvis tonight 1 for 3. 8 for his last 21. And bunts, and that's a beauty. Barehanded by Courtney. The throw, though, is in time. Terrific play by Justin Courtney, getting off the mound and getting that throw to first in time to get Jarvis. Chet Moss with the call. Well, we're a long way away from here, though. It looked like he got it right. The fans that are left of the 2,371 in attendance, looking at it with their heart and not their head. Greg Merritt's going to have a visit anyway, and is ejected. Little late night entertainment, the Greg Merritt Show. Well, he's as competitive as they come, as are pretty much every manager at this level. And Jarvis made a great bunt. They wanted that to be a base hit and see if they can't pull this thing out, and maybe they still will. But as it stands, a 1-3 putout in the scorebook on a good play by Courtney and a bang-bang play at first base. P.J. Floyd now. He'll bat for the first time and swings and fouls the first pitch out of play. A.J. Alcantara had hit for Torrey Goldstein in his spot in the order, and then Floyd went in to play first base. So P.J. bats for the first time, and Courtney's pitch is high for a ball. One pitch, also high, ball 2. Floyd batting .240, 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in. 6-5 for Bellingham. Check swing, and it's strike 2. HarbourCats lost 8-7 last night, dropping their record in 1-run games to 3-6. The pitch by Courtney, swing and a miss. Down goes Floyd. 2 men out in the 9th inning. HarbourCats had a 4-0 lead after 4. But the Bells showing why they're defending champions and leading their division 10 games over 500. Did not panic. Overall, they are a more experienced ball club.
Sorry about that.
And despite their pitching staff giving up 10 walks and hitting 2 batters, all that stands between the Bells and their 23rd win of the year is Chris Faulkner, who is 2 for 4 tonight. He takes strike 1. Faulkner takes high. $11 hits in his last 8 games for Faulkner. Bouncer towards the middle. Brashear will have to hurry, and he gets it there in time. So the Bellingham Bells come from behind and defeat the HarbourCats by a score of 6-5. Second night in a row we have a 1-run ball game at Sports Traders Diamond, but it's the visitors that take both wins, as they scored 3 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th, and the teams then traded runs, and the winning run came home at the top of the 8th for the Bells, and then Justin Courtney gets the save, getting the final 4 outs of the ball game. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Bellingham. 5 runs, 6 hits, and 1 tough error, but a crucial error charged to Scott Jarvis on what some will say was a bad hop single, but could have been a double play that ended the inning. and left the HarborCats in front. But as it turns out, it's the Bells who hang on again and come from behind tonight to win 6-5. Dom Toposian went 5 1/3, gave up 3 runs and 7 hits. And then 4 relievers did their best to hold the Bells at bay. But it's a 6-5 final in front of 2,371 with a wrap-up game of the series tomorrow afternoon here at Sports Traders Diamond at 1:05. Great work again tonight, especially that center field camera. It was just outstanding work from center field tonight from Chris Jaycox. And go live broadcasts. And my silent partner, Kevin the intern. I'm Jay Longpre. Mike Walker will be here for tomorrow to wrap up the series. Bells and HarborCats at 1:05. Final score, Bellingham 6, HarborCats 5 on Shaw TV and HarborCats.com.